Support for this show comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, the mortgage company that decided to ask why. Why can't the mortgage experience be better for everyone? And why can't technology help all of us move into the home of our dreams faster and easier? Why do mortgages require paperwork? Quicken Loans answered all these questions and more with Rocket Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage gives you the confidence you need when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. Rocket Mortgage is simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you're getting the right mortgage for you. Whether you're looking to buy your first home or your 10th or refinance your existing mortgage, with Rocket Mortgage you get a transparent online process that gives you the confidence to make an informed decision. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply. Understand fully. Mortgage confidently. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/WFAN. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
How about this special guest? Mike Francesa, what's up?
Hey, I was just driving along listening to this, so I had to pop in.
Go ahead.
First thing for the fans. Number one, if you think any is made as far as rotation decisions or lineup decisions without it being from the top or the bottom of the organization, from the general manager right through the entire organization, it happens now everywhere. No manager makes that by himself anymore, those decisions. Nobody is doing that in baseball. That has changed radically in baseball. Every general manager is involved, probably more so than they should, okay? So to think that it's just the manager making those decisions, not true. Now, with that said, he had a nightmare night last night, and his excuses were feeble after the game. Mm-hmm. Remember, their whole motivation, and I'll tell you which one really I thought was really, other than the review, which is one that could actually change his whole relationship with that team, and I do think there's a chance he might not be back.
Really?
I've thought that all year myself. I really have felt that wow. I thought something could happen this year. So I'm not 100% thinking, and I think he's much better than average manager. I don't think he's Francona, but I think he's a good, solid manager, though. He's not great, but he's good. But first of all, the organizations have enormous input into what happens now, as far as who pitches and when and who's in the lineup and when, and that doesn't change anywhere. Everybody's that way. Number two, the whole motivation of the Yankees is to get to the bullpen. That's all they think about, getting to the bullpen. So as soon as CC gets past the fifth inning, and he almost got pulled, he was one batter from being removed in the third. If Ramirez had gotten a hit in the third, he would have been out of the game in the third inning. In the second inning, he would have been out of the game. But be that as it may, the only thing they think about is getting to that bullpen, the Yankees. That's their whole motivation. So as soon as he wavers a little bit, they are going to err on the side of the bullpen. And remember, if Green had come in and done what he's done all year, you wouldn't even have a conversation.
Yeah, but Mike, I understand they want to go to their bullpen. It's a 5-run game.
That's all they want to do.
That's
their whole motivation is to go to their bullpen.
I get it, but he retired 11 of 12 guys.
But if Green blew up in the Minnesota game, we wouldn't even be playing. You know what I mean? My point is, Green blew up. They finally put Green in a spot where he blew up. He was the golden boy. They've been trying to use him and run him, and he finally blew up. Now, I wouldn't have taken CC out either, but I know their motivation without question, their motivation is to get to the bullpen, okay? Absolutely, okay? So that's their whole motivation in a very, very big way, their motivation.
It's their motivation, and I get it most of the time, but CC Sabathia had shown very, very few signs that he was wearing down. And the pitch count was 77, and he retired 11 of 12 guys. And CC kind of reminded us all that experience factor matters because he got through those first two innings. How about the way he got through the second inning? There were bases loaded, one out, and he gets two of their best hitters out. Now we got Mike back. Mike, I thought you literally hung up because you did not care what my point was.
I went through a dead zone here. I apologize. You know that. What was worse for me was twofold. The review, there's no way you have to review that. That is one that will haunt him. His answer made no sense because he had no answer, okay? He had no excuse. You could see how sick he was in the dugout as soon as he realized what had gone on. So he had time to ruminate about that, and he came up with a very lame excuse. He had no excuse. The one that bothered me more was, and I didn't think there was a problem extending the bullpen after that once the game got tight. But I thought once Betances allows a runner on base, you've got to get him out of the game. You cannot let him move the runner, because you know what's going to happen.
They're going to run on him.
You know they're going to run on him. You know they're going to steal. You know they're going to win the game there. I thought that was even worse than bringing Green in. I thought that was the one that absolutely killed him also. That was even worse than anything. But the other one is one that actually changes the way a franchise operates and could actually start a tidal wave. That's the kind of move that's meant to change locations. It's one that could stick that much, because there's no excuse for what he did with the review.
No, and the excuse was lame. If they let him go, who the heck would they bring in that's better than him, though?
I've thought all year that tensions are a little strained there. I've asked him a bunch of times about not pushing for a new deal, which he didn't do. And I just thought there was a chance this year there could be that maybe it's time for a change inside the organization. They will miss him. He's done a very good job. He handles the bullpen well. He's cultivated the young players well. His problems were earlier with star players. Right. He had a lot of trouble with star players. He's done well with young players. He has trouble. The Chapman thing is going to be a very big problem inside that team, what he did. I think there is some problems inside that team that have festered. I think his relationships might be a little more strained than we think. I've heard rumblings of that. So if he left, it wouldn't shock me. And I think last night, that move made me think something could happen here, because that's the kind of move that shakes teams. That's the kind of moves that are very hard to overcome. That one's going to haunt them for a very, very long time.
Support for this podcast comes from NetSuite. NetSuite lets you see what's going on with your business in real time, from accounting to order management and much more. You've outgrown your business management software. Let NetSuite help. Go to netsuite.com/podcast to get your free guide and find out why NetSuite is a leading business management solution for growing companies. Get up and running fast with